Namaste, my dear friends, my dear gods and my dear masters. Welcome to 21 ITP Batch 8 Day 2 Alpha Training Session. This is continuation to what we saw yesterday. That is the purpose of human life. Today, we are going to see the first thing about Dharma. There are two things we must always remember. One is karma and another is Dharma. When we don't do our Dharma, we'll be reborn. When we don't do our karma rightly, again we'll be reborn. Karma and Dharma, two rhythmic rhyming words, very important for any person. The biggest $1,000,000 question for all the spiritual seekers, masters is, what is my purpose of life? We must all strive to know what is our purpose of life and we must complete it. Otherwise, we will be reborn again. Our purpose of life, if not discovered, our enlightenment is in stake. So discovery of purpose of life is first and foremost important aspect of every spiritual master. But how are we going to know what is my purpose of life? You don't need to know what is your purpose of life because all the opportunities in front of you will lead you to your purpose of life. You must not sit like a duck. You must start exploring different paths and opportunities which comes to you that will uncover the unique life purpose. Your soul has already defined a path, but you must walk in the path, keep exploring, and make use of every opportunity. You will lead to their purpose of life. You will know. The more you are connected to some work, that is definitely a path to your purpose of life. Once you find that path, you must commit to it and you must work for the passion and dedication. From the childhood, teaching meditation. Teaching is my great passion from the childhood. Whatever I know, I used to keep teaching to everybody. From the age 15, I wanted to know what is truth, what is God. I want to see the soul. And after a wait time of 9 years, when I observed my breath, I understood everything in one night. And my third eye is open. And the next day, I started teaching meditation to everybody. My purpose of life is to teach meditation. I was training a lot of IT graduates, but one fine day, I felt from my inner, if I open my mouth, meditation should come, not anything else. That day I have decided to stop everything else and I am only teaching meditation. So I am committed to it. I have passion and dedication towards my purpose of life. And everything we do, we should appreciate ourselves. Don't expect appreciation from outside. If somebody appreciates from outside, that has to be a second appreciation. Every small thing you achieve, completing a book, completing one day meditation, listening to one experience, whatever task you write, you complete, it's achievement. Getting Nobel Prize alone is not achievement. Everything we do, even the tiniest things, you should have that fulfillment. Wow, I have completed. I have fulfilled my dharma. In that way, like how the Atomic Habits book says, every tiniest habit builds a huge change. Every small achievement you make, when you start appreciating yourself, the passion and dedication towards your dharma will increase. So remember, your dharma you must understand and you must complete, and nobody will do for you. And for the purpose of human life, we have to also develop a lot of virtues in our life. The first thing is compassion. In the compassion, remember, my dear friends, feeling empathy. Empathy and sympathy, there are two words. You should never have sympathy towards anybody. You can have empathy towards everybody. I'll explain both very shortly after this. Compassion towards all the animal kingdom, compassion towards all the fellow meditators, compassion towards everybody who is seeking the truth. Extend your help, go teach. That is a virtue we must develop. Secondly, we must be truthful and honest with our words and actions. If your words, thoughts, and actions are not aligned, inside your energy systems, there is no alignment. You speak something, you think something, you do something, and there is no alignment, misalignment. You must be honest, at least to you. If you don't have guts, don't talk. Don't give the word. You have to be truthful to yourself first. Your words, actions, and thoughts should be one. Third thing is humility. We must know our limitations. We must be modest in our achievements. We must enjoy life. The humility is very important. Fourth is courage. You must take challenges, risks. Never put a small circle and think it's a safe zone. And I know this, so I'm very happy. No risk. Your soul or you learn a lot when you venture, take risks. The fear of uncertainty kills someone. You should not have fear of uncertainty. You must get into it and see what is there. You must build courage to do whatever you want to do. Whether anybody supports or no, whether anybody understands or no, you must build your courage and jump on. So compassion, honesty, humility, courage, these are the four virtues one must develop in order to be a successful spiritual master or a human being. The next segment comes with the service. Serving others. What you do to your family is not service. It's a dharma. What you do to someone whom you don't know, nowhere related, that is service without any expectations. Either you can create a positive change in others' life, or you can give a purpose and meaning to others' lives. That is the impact we must create in everybody's life. Next comes empathy. Empathy, empathy, empathy. Remember this word. It is not sympathy. If you have sympathy, then you take a blueprint of others' karma inside you. We should not have sympathy towards others. Empathy means going and helping. Sympathy means feeling bad for their state. We should never feel for others' pains. We can go and help. If somebody is in trouble, problem, if you feel bad, nothing is going to happen to them, but the damage is going to happen to you. But if you go and help, it is beneficial for both of you. I'll give an example at the end for empathy and sympathy. Let us move on. Cultivating the self-awareness. Reflection is very important. Introspection. After every session, I see, did I improvise? And between every batch, I see, did I improvise on my presentation skills? So this time I want to try this. I've never done much presentations in life. But this time I want to do it in a very systematic way. And I will take feedback and I will work on it. This is how we introspect and the self-reflection so that our soul learns new things. And we should always have very, very mindful observation. What is mindfulness is out of sight, out of mind. Right now, all that matters for me is the session. That's it. I don't care anything else in this 15 minutes. Only this session and all of you. That's all. Mindful observation is not observing outside. Mindful observation is observing your physical movements, your emotions, your thoughts. With curiosity, not just as a namesake, and non-judgmental. Don't judge quickly. The mindful observation has to be on you, and the introspection has to be on you. And you must regularly practice meditation and regularly be in mindful activities. No daydreaming. So when you continuously do a mindful observation, when you continuously do a self-introspection, when you are continuously in meditation, what cultivates your self-awareness? Self-awareness is a very important term coined by Buddha. He says meditation means awareness. Develop that. Ultimately, our aim and the goal is to establish a connection to the higher power. Higher power is what? Your own Purnatma, to all the dimensions. We must strive to connect. So remember, everything has to be systematically done, not randomly. We can experiment random things. I'll give you an example for sympathy and empathy. Today, one of our masters came from Chennai to my office. I thought I will talk to him for 10 minutes. But I sat with him for 1 hour. I was continuously listening to all his experiences. What kind of struggles he went through because he had a lot of sympathy in his life. At the end, I simply told him, the solution is not sympathy, the solution is empathy. He went to some past life regression. He's around 45 to 48 years, or 38 years age. He went to some regression. They removed a soul out of his body. He didn't believe first. When they said there is another soul sitting inside you, he didn't believe. But when it is leaving, he saw that. And when that soul is leaving, it said, thank you for giving your body for 30 years. And then it left. It is actually exactly not soul, it is another etheric body. That is one experience he said. Second, he was standing somewhere in a road. Suddenly he got some fear and he sensed something entered his body. From that moment, he felt he wanted to eat a lot of non-vegetarian food. In literal word, he wants to eat biryani. So he go and eat and he is satisfied. After a few hours, again he want to eat the same. So this continued for many years. This poor fellow did not understand what. So later, when he did all these meditation, regressions, therapies, one by one, everything started coming out. Carefully, if we analyze what happened, one day, there was a mother, father, and a son. The son became mad. He started hitting the mother and father. And this fellow was witnessing it. And he started connecting with that father's pain out of sympathy. Later, when he was meditating, this fellow started crying. He could feel the pain of the fellow who got hit. So what happened here in all the cases, he was too sympathetic towards others. So he was attracting their karma, a blueprint. No use for them. They are anyway facing the problem. He's taking a Xerox copy. Such a beautiful experiences he got. And whenever he is in fear, whenever he is not clear, some forces are entering inside him. Underline this point, my dear friends. When you get fear, start observing your breath, whether you are in meditation or you are awake. Because when you are in fear, your portal opens. It attracts a lot of negative forces inside you. You must have courage. You must be having self-awareness. What is happening? You must observe yourself. What is happening to my mind? What is happening to my emotions? What is happening to my physical body? Rather, if you are just dwelled in that fear for some time, it opens up the portals inside your body. It attracts other negative entities. And later, you are going to suffer. For people who meditate, 99% this problem is resolved. Because of your strong aura and etheric levels, negative entities won't come. But through your mind, it can enter. So you should be mindful about your thoughts, emotions, and your awareness. So this is a beautiful experience. I'm very fortunate to meet him, and he was sharing all his experiences. The only solution I told him is convert all your sympathies into empathy. If you want to help, go and help. But don't feel bad for them because it is not going to help them. It is definitely not going to help you. Sympathy not needed. Empathy is needed. People come, they share. We have to listen to their experiences. You have to be open. Ask them, what is your spiritual experience? Then they will share. We must be always a student of spirituality. When your learning stops, your growth in spirituality stops. Then the soul decides, chalo, there is no use being in the body. So be a student of spirituality. Keep learning every day from everybody. Whether it is 3-year-old kid or 90 years old kid, whether it's a poor, rich, wherever, whoever, whatever. Ask them their experiences, especially the spiritual experiences in life. Your soul gets enriched. Thank you, my dear friends.